fun and fresh. Instead, people called it strange, fake, and even a little sad. The clip was meant to remind the world that Meghan still mattered. Within hours, it did the opposite. Fans fell quiet, studios pulled back, and late-night shows turned the clip into an easy joke. Today, we'll tell the full story of that fallout, how a single post upset social media, rattled Netflix bosses, and pushed loyal followers to walk away. We will look at hard facts, the gossip that grew around them, and the money worries behind every choice. Each part ends with a small tease, so you want to hear what happens next. The words are plain, the tone is direct, and the point is clear. In today's online world, 1 minute can change everything. It was Thursday, 8:17 a.m. in California, when Meghan hit the share button. The reel showed her dancing in a bright kitchen. Soft guitars played in the back. She wore loose clothes that made a baby bump stand out. At the end, bold text read, "Still here, still me." It sounded cute on paper, show the fun side of being a mom, and push back at critics who say she is too serious. But something felt wrong right away. The bump changed shape from one shot to the next. The dance moves looked forced, not free. Many viewers could only focus on those odd bits, not the message. They asked, is the bump even real? Is this a joke? In 20 minutes, the comments flipped. Supportive hearts turned to facepalm emojis. On X, Twitter, the tag "What did we just watch?" raced up the charts. Reddit users broke the video into still frames, drawing red circles around the bump and guessing what was real or edited. The guesses were just that, guesses, but they fueled doubt. By lunch, the clip had 8 million views and 200,000 comments, most of them negative. A firm called CrowdTally checks online mood for big brands. Their count showed a 38% jump in negative posts about Meghan that day. Instagram's own system seemed to slow the video's reach, another warning sign to anyone who buys ads online. This wasn't the first time Meghan faced loud critics. What made this different was speed. The bad vibe grew faster than goodwill could catch up. For people who track numbers at Netflix, Disney, and other studios, it was a red alert. They spend millions on talent and cannot risk a star who sparks a storm each time she posts. So the first shockwave hit the comment section. The next one would slam straight into corporate America. But online shade was only the start. The next morning, TikTok turned the reel into comedy gold. Creators taped beach balls to their shirts, tried the same dance, and tagged videos relatable royal. Millions laughed, shared, and moved on, except for Meghan's team, who watched the brand slip out of their hands. On X, side-by-side GIFs showed the bump growing and shrinking between cuts. Tweets got tens of thousands of likes. Stan accounts, those fans who normally defend Meghan no matter what, fell silent. Some locked their profiles, afraid to argue. Hype Auditor, a site that tracks social mood, found happy posts from her fans dropped by 41% in 2 days. Social Blade counted 62,000 lost Instagram followers, the biggest weekly drop since 2021. The numbers looked small next to her overall reach, yet the trend pointed sharply down.
Rumors are gasoline online. Old claims that Meghan bullied palace aides popped back up, even though no court had proved them. Others guessed the bump was part of a secret brand deal. No proof surfaced. Still, the story spread faster than any correction. Late-night TV piled on. The Daily Show opened with a plastic belly sliding down a banister to loud laughs. Another host waved a rubber bump and asked the crowd, real or fake? They did not need to explain the joke. Everyone already knew. Studios that had bet on Meghan to deliver serious, hopeful stories felt nervous. If the public now saw her as a punchline, how could they sell her next project? Inside Netflix, the talk moved from great partnership to possible risk. The flame of online fun often burns out quickly, but this fire kept growing because the next sparks flew inside the offices that pay the bills. Behind closed doors, money men and women raced to limit the damage. By Thursday night, Netflix staff got an email marked urgent. Co-CEO Greg Peters held a call with risk experts. They said only a few users had canceled over the reel, but many more sent angry chats to customer service. That alone made the finance crew nervous. Ted Sarandos, the other CEO, and the one who pushed hard for Meghan's multi-year deal, asked for calm. He said any buzz can drive views. Yet leaked notes showed something worse. Season 2 of Meghan's show, with Love Meghan, was testing badly. Viewers called it empty, self-focused, and unwatchable unless you like hate watching. Those words weigh heavily when each episode costs millions. Paramount Plus, which had talks for another lifestyle special, used an escape clause and walked away. Disney, where Meghan once voiced a nature film, put all future ideas on pause. One insider summed it up: nobody wants to get burned if the next post melts down too. Bank analysts looked at the spending charts. One called her slate an 8-figure bet that could become a 9-figure loss if the backlash held. Every big company now fights over smaller budgets after the Hollywood strikes, so fresh drama is the last thing they want. Meghan's PR team tried to stop the bleeding. They offered exclusive chats to top magazines, promising a real Meghan story. Editors declined, worried readers would sense pure spin. Meanwhile, executives whispered that Meghan's own team pushed back against any changes to her show. They said she wanted her truth, not edits. With studios stepping back, Meghan faced a choice: stay quiet or fight louder. She picked the second option. Her next move landed with even more noise. 3 days after the reel, Meghan sent a long note to the press. She said the bump was a symbol for moms who feel they must hide their joy. She spoke of humor, strength, and being unfiltered. She hoped the statement would flip the story. But she did not stop there. A surprise audio drop hit Spotify. The old Archetypes feed came back for 1 hour, just Meghan talking, no guests. She spoke in calm tones, but used third person. The world has not met the real Meghan yet. She called the backlash a lesson on how people fear bold women. Using third person felt strange to many. Parenting writers said it made her sound like a brand, not a human. Even friendly columnists shook their heads. Some asked why she did not just say, "I made a mistake." The numbers showed the gamble failed. The podcast did not crack Spotify's top charts. YouTube clips got more dislikes than likes. To market experts, this was a clear sign. Each new defense was cutting her reach further. Still, Meghan kept pushing. Friends said she believed every low point was a step toward a bigger win. She kept pitching fresh ideas to networks, hoping one would stick. While she fought to regain her voice, her loudest fans slipped away. Before the reel, Meghan's fan pages were loud, loving, and constant. They made quote posters, raised funds for her charities, and defended her in every thread. After the reel, that wave broke. Fan posts fell by more than half in a week, numbers from CrowdTangle showed. Many pages simply vanished. Inside private groups, once loyal members debated whether Meghan had lost touch. Some said they were tired of explaining every misstep. Others blamed the media, but admitted they needed a break. Such splits matter because fan armies drive first-day streams and book sales. Brands felt the shift. A clean beauty firm removed Meghan's picture from its site. An athletic wear line delayed a planned Markle Move collection. Influencer managers warned clients not to post Sussex-related hashtags until mood improved. The silence. Past scandals offered lessons. Ellen DeGeneres lost sponsors but still tours. Will Smith faced Oscars backlash but may rebound. Yet both had large banks of goodwill before trouble hit. Meghan's well might be shallower. Stock analysts weighed in. A Citi note warned investors to watch Sussex projects for headline risk. On the next earnings call, a reporter asked Greg Peters about Meghan. His reply, "We constantly review performance." That non-answer spoke volumes. Hollywood can forgive many things, but not endless surprises. Executives need to know that tomorrow's headline won't undo today's plan. Right now, Meghan seems unable to promise calm. That left one question: could she change course before time ran out? Step back and the lesson is clear. Attention today is instant and fragile. One short clip can build or break trust in hours. Meghan's reel showed how fast the floor can drop. Once fans doubt your honesty, everything you do feels staged. PR experts offer two broad paths. The first is silence. Disappear, work quietly on real charity wins, come back when the storm dies. Stars like Robert Downey Jr. and Martha Stewart used this quiet rebuild to great effect. The second is own the mess. Give a raw, calm talk that admits errors without blaming others. Viewers forgive honesty quicker than spin. Will Meghan choose either? Friends say she hates silence and loves leading the story. That may push her to speak again, but each new speech risks more backlash if the tone feels off. A safer idea might be to team with a huge, trusted group like UNICEF or World Food Program. When the cause is bigger than the star, people focus on the mission. Yet big groups do deep checks before they add any ambassador. They might pass until the dust settles. Meanwhile, Netflix seems set to slip Season 2 online with almost no ads. If viewers watch, maybe the deal survives. If they skip, the show could be the last chapter. Other streamers will watch those numbers closely. In the end, viewers hold the power. They can turn a page on a star, then open it again if the story changes. But that second chance takes time, and time is something the industry rarely grants. The next post Meghan shares will show which path she chose, reset or repeat. A 60-second Instagram reel was meant to show joy and wit. Instead, it sparked questions, jokes, and a rapid loss of faith. Fans left, studios froze deals, and rumor flooded the gaps. Meghan Markle's story shows how brittle fame can be in the swipe-scroll age. One offbeat video, shared at breakfast, can still trend by dinner and empty a brand's bank of goodwill by Sunday. Can she come back? Yes, but only if words match real change. People forgive errors. They rarely forgive what feels like trickery. For now, the world waits. Meghan may be planning a quiet rebuild or a louder stand. Whichever it is, the next upload will speak louder than any press release. And this time, millions will decide in seconds whether to double tap or move on for good.